If I am firmly not interested in becoming a Muslim, is it worth even trying to date a Muslim woman? Depends entirely on the individual. I once had a Muslim girlfriend, and she was pretty clear that she had no interest in trying to convert me, and that she was completely fine with dating a serious atheist. She was as cool as can be. Her mother was much less cool with it, but that's a whole other story. If the person you're talking about really believes that she can only be with another Muslim though, then steer clear unless you really are willing to sincerely convert. Otherwise you're effectively leading her on and also being untrue to yourself. I casually dated a Muslim girl for about a year. She was actually very nice and open-minded. She was always very positive. One day, I asked her if there was anything in this world she disliked. Jews, I'm not kidding. It was point blank. She didn't even have to think twice. Even irreligious, secretly atheist Muslim women are often bound by the culture of wherever their family is from. Many will not even consider marriage even if they love you because they know their family will not approve. As a Muslim woman, any life choice you make has to be considered carefully because you risk losing your entire extended family and friend circle. It's a very similar to the Amish or Jehovah's Witnesses. You will get shunned. If that doesn't bother you, then great. But it bothers most of us, and it's very rare for a Muslim woman to give up her entire world just for a guy. I keep my own apostasy a secret to avoid causing a whole bunch of trouble with my in-laws. I don't want my kid's life destroyed. So yeah, even if your girl turns atheist one day, it's likely going to still be an uphill battle. And unless she's from an irreligious family, there's no way her parents are going to let you marry her without converting, at least on paper. Depends on the individual. Whilst I've known a few Muslim by culture and not practice men marry outside the faith culture and be fine, the only gender-reversed couple I know moved to a different continent to avoid family disapproval. Unless the person and family is not very religious and accept you having a civil non-religious marriage, if it comes to that. This is very rare because that can be considered apostasy by the community. The religion sanctions death to apostates. People are protected because of the nation has control over law enforcement, which is generally non-religious, but depends on th country. Sometimes people can consider national laws less and religious laws sacrosanct, and then you have a problem. Sorry. Dating someone outside of your faith is a rough one. You inherently have a different basis for your moral beliefs, and maybe a different outlook on life itself. Does that mean it can't work? I do not think I would go that far, but it will certainly add a lot more challenge to that relationship. It will certainly require both of you to consider the other person's faith and respect that difference with great care. Yes, even if the woman was inclined to atheism, she would still be subject to enormous cultural pressure from family and community. To marry a non-Muslim, she would need to abandon her family, community, and culture. You would have to be pretty special, and so would she, to make that work. Only if she's prepared to become an apostate in their terms. One of my uni friends did marry someone who renounced her faith, but that seems like a pretty rare situation. It's something you need to communicate upfront, certainly if you're at the seriously looking for a partner to marry stage. Not worth it if you're still young and casually dating, since you really don't want to build up trouble for yourself getting attached to someone who can't get serious with you. Probably depends on how extremist her and her family are. Children will also be a potential issue. No, it's not. A Muslim woman can only marry a Muslim man. Only if she is not very religious you might have a chance, but big chance she will have to choose between family and you. If you're not interested to become Muslim, never try one. Being Muslim come from your heart, not some influence. As example, love for human being. It's not worth all the breakup for you and her. I believe so. Just don't go there. Why make your life complicated? I truly don't believe a person who is Muslim can actually marry a non-Muslim. Happily, they will date, but if it gets to marriage serious, then problems arise. No, because you will need to be one. Depends. If she is a very strict Muslim, then it's a no. If she is moderate or less than that, then there is a possibility that it doesn't matter. Like most things in life, it depends on the person. Probably not unless she firmly says she's okay with that. Some Muslim women would not be interested in a serious relationship with non-Muslims, and some want care. It's not something that can be answered outside a specific situation. No. It depends on the person you are with. My wife was raised Muslim, isn't religious, and never ever would have asked me to convert. I was born Catholic, now atheist, and married to a Muslim woman. She does not practice though, but never had an issue. Just curious, why as an atheist would you even consider dating someone religious? Is that not a big deal breaker for you? Any religion, I am atheist, and it would never even cross my mind to think of seriously dating someone religious, so I am just very curious, what is the perspective on this that you have?